Ижевsk State Medical Academy. The higher education institution is situated in the capital of Udmurtia. It was in this city that Mikhail Kalashnikov, the world-famous small arms designer, has built his legendary AK-47 assault rifle. It was here in Udmurtia that Pyotr Tchaikovsky, the great composer, was born. It is here, in the land of thousands of silver springs, that Buranova grannies live, who have become near and dear to many people after the Eurovision Song Contest. Izhevsk today is a city with acclaimed universities. There are 4 higher education institutions in the city on the Izh. Izhevsk State Medical Academy takes a rightful place among the leading higher education organizations of Russia. The academy has undoubted authority as well as recognition by healthcare facilities of Udmurtia. Traditions of our country's healthcare are respected in the academy, and higher educational standards are guaranteed for students, resident physicians and postgraduate students.
Основное направление нашей деятельности – это образовательное.
The main area of our work is education. 3 departments of general medicine, pediatrics and dentistry offer specialist degree programs. We also have clinical residency programs, which include more than 28 majors. And we also offer 3 postgraduate programs in 20 special fields. More than 83% of our academy's lecturers have high academic degrees. 23% of them have Doctor of Science degrees. It allows us to train highly qualified specialists both for our republic and in neighboring regions. More than a half of our students have come to study at the academy from neighboring regions and from abroad. The academy has been training highly qualified specialists since its foundation. The resolution of the Council of People's Commissars to establish Izhevsk Medical Institute dates back to spring 1933. In autumn of that year, 171 students were enrolled at the only department that existed at the time, that of general medicine. Our higher medical education has been working at a high level from the start because a lot of the departments were chaired by professors who had previously worked at medical universities in Kharkiv and Leningrad. The anatomy department was situated in the cooler rooms of Bodolov's brewing plant, and the forensic medicine department was located in the building of the modern-day Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. Lectures took place in community cultural centers in the building of the Odeon Cinema. The institute was struggling to develop in those formative years, but the following years, when the Great Patriotic War started, proved to be even harder. Since the outbreak of the war, both the renowned professors and the first graduates of the institute were working side by side towards victory in the field army and field hospitals. A lot of them did not return home. Despite all hardships, lecture halls were sometimes unlit and lacked central heating, writing ink would freeze, and the lecturers worked as consultant physicians in evacuation hospitals and developed scientific methods to treat the wounded on the top of their teaching duties. The institute's principal objective remained the same: to train specialists. The duration of this study at the institute was shortened and additional enrollment was organized. 762 doctors were trained in the institute during the war. In 1943, the institute received a commendation for selfless work and active help to the army from the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, Joseph Stalin. In 1983, the country's government recognized the institute's further educational achievement in training highly qualified specialists and the development of medical science, and the Ижевsk Medical Institute was awarded the Order of People's Friendship. 1995 was yet another notable mark in the institute history. That year it received the status of an academy, which opened new opportunities for it. Today, 3,380 students, 532 interns and 75 postgraduate students are studying at Izhevsk Medical Academy. The academy trains health care professionals in all medical fields. The Department of Competence Development and Professional Retraining puts into practice the already well-established principle of the academy, lifelong medical learning. The biggest and the oldest department of the academy is the Department of General Medicine. More than 2,000 of its students are majoring in 3 fields: internal medicine, surgery and obstetrics and gynecology. Since 2019, classes for international students are taught in English. At the pediatrics department, students learn about normal and pathological developments of children. More than 700 students are studying at the department today. The Department of Dentistry is popular with students. 426 students are studying there now. From the very start of their studies, they get to know how dentists work. The academy has its own dental clinic. The Department of Dentistry and all the other departments of ISMA have clinical bases in the leading medical facilities of the Udmurt Republic.
Помимо того, что мы их учим технически и знаниям,
we teach our students technical skills and give their knowledge, of course, but before that, we ought to teach them how to be doctors as well, because a doctor is a human being with a capital H. A doctor should have a big heart and be ethical and humanistic when working with patients, because patients can be different, but we should treat them well no matter what.
И отношение к ним должно быть равно хорошим.
Вот это нет. А вот это вот вена цефалика. А там есть варианты ответа? Нет. Я же мечтал.
The Academy's 52 departments offer solid theoretical, practical and scientific educational foundation. One of the Academy's oldest departments is the Human Anatomy Department, which is situated in the new educational and laboratory building of the Academy and occupies 2 floors. Study halls there have the equipment necessary for studies and self-directed learning. Students may also gain additional knowledge working with unique exhibit items of the Anatomical Museum.
У нас учится большое количество студентов.
A great amount of students study here, students from different departments, the departments of general medicine, pediatrics and dentistry. The human anatomy department is unique. Why? Because it's one of the principal foundational departments. Without knowledge of the anatomy, students can't begin to study clinical subjects and practice medicine. The specific feature of our department is that we teach the human body structure, its organs and systems, and how they are interconnected using corpses, because it gives students a chance to see everything with their own eyes, to see how the organs are positioned in the real human body, how they are placed in relation to each other, how they interact. How are you at the moment? It's hard to breathe. There's not enough air. There's a feeling of pressure in my chest.
Иван Иванович, вы меня слышите?
Слышу.
Как вы себя чувствуете на данный момент?
Тяжело дышать, не хватает воздуха, да.
The Academy's Accreditation and Simulation Center uses innovative learning methods successfully. Imitation hospital wards, training halls equipment with body phantoms and dummies allow students to master their programs of patient care and algorithms of medical health.
Экстренная ситуация не всегда возможно на практике проиграть.
It's not always possible to model emergence cases in practice, but here we can do whatever we want, be it a trauma or a hemorrhage. Here patients may be crying and drooling and sniveling. We can perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation here. When students begin to work at a clinic, they are less afraid of difficult cases because they have already seen them. They have already practiced and working with them. It's a bit like pilots training when they practice dealing with difficult situations in their field.
Центр, конечно же, основная его задача на сегодняшний день.
The center's main goal today is to conduct accreditation of specialists, which has 3 stages. The first is testing, the second is the objectively structured clinical exam. That is, an exam that models real hospital work, and the third stage requires students to find solutions to case problems. Consequently, if you fail to pass specialist accreditation, you can't have access to work in practical healthcare. One of the factors in improving the competitive advantage of a higher education institution is the development of its international relations. Today, the Academy has direct agreements with medical universities of PEGS, Kazakhstan, Belarus, Silesia, Kyrgyzstan, Serbia, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Greece, China, and Italy. In the last 30 years, more than 3,000 of students, lecturers, and physicians have had the chance to upgrade their skills thanks to the international exchange programs. More than 1,000 students have had their student practice at ISMA.
मुझे इज़हेव्स्क स्टेट मेडिकल एकेडमी बहुत पसंद है.
أنا بحب أكاديمية إيجيفسك الطبية الحكومية.
I love Izhevsk State Medical Academy.
Ман медакадемия Радустмедора.
I love Izhevsk State Medical Academy.
J'aime l'Académie d'État de médecine d'Izhevsk.
The quality of future specialist training is the outcome of the work, professionalism, and teaching proficiency of all the Academy's lecturers and employees. The Academy's work would have been rather difficult without the administrative arm, personnel department, methodology council, finance and economic department, and the housekeeping unit. Izhevsk Medical Academy today is a multifunctional campus with modern buildings, and not only them. The Academy's library can offer students 400,000 books, 200 journals, access to Central Scientific Medical Library, and a biomedical journal, Medline. The Academy has its own canteen. Students from other cities are accommodated in the modern dormitory. There are 3 dormitories at the Academy which have living quarters and self-study rooms, kitchens and laundry rooms. Apart from that, just like in the good old times of the Soviet Union, the Academy also operates its own kindergarten that welcomes children of the Academy's lecturers and the other employees. From day 1 of their studies, students can join in the exuberant extracurricular activities of the Academy. Throughout the year, more than 100 of various events take place at the Academy. Hippocrates Evening, Students' Spring, a tourist rally, first-year students' days, graduate students' days, rectors' reception, and a number of contests and festivals make students' lives unforgettable and interesting. Every student can showcase their talents, whether it should be a choir Elegia, a dance group Vubergan, or a youth theater studio Sham. Students' athletic activities are flourishing at the Academy. It's not surprising, as a new modern sport facility was opened on campus in 2011. Here students can try their hands at basketball, arm wrestling, track and field, kettlebell lifting and chess. Hip-hop and fitness aerobics classes are very popular among the students. ISMA's hip-hop team was the 2017 winner of Russia's student competition and took the Russian Cup award. Izhevsk Medical Academy is a place to learn how to cure. And if you are strong and willing enough to help others and are not afraid of responsibility, then this is your way and we are waiting for you.